Accessing SCP database. Warning. Unauthorized users will be terminated. Site redacted. D6104. Loading SCP-207. Initiating playback.
Guys, you have no idea how much this hurts. They had me remodeling SCP-173's containment chamber all alone. You know that freaking peanut that snaps your neck when you blink? Yeah, well, I wasn't alone at first. There was also, Harvey, I forget his D-class number, but the poor bastard blinked 10 seconds into my shift, and now my jumpsuit makes me look like Jason freaking Voorhees. I don't know why they made me do it. It's just a tile room that's covered in blood and... But because they couldn't be bothered to put the damn SCP in another room, I haven't blinked in over 27 hours. Even being back in my cell, I can't bring myself to close my eyes. I don't know why. It must be sheer terror, or maybe they're just stuck like that from now on. So, forgive me if I screw up on this document. This excessive staring has caused my corneas to be transformed into a place drier than the freaking Sahara Desert. Is this gonna always be like this? Because if it is, just sign me up for termination right now, please. Alright, now on to this document they're making me read. Okay. Item number, SCP-207. Object class is safe. And special containment procedures. SCP-207 is to be stored in a waterproofed locking metal container measuring 1 meter by 0.5 meters by 0.5 meters. The key is to be issued to the current head researcher of Site-Red's biocontainment area. SCP-207 is to be retained inside this area at all times, and all personnel entering the area should be checked for any food or drink items, in addition to any other searches required. Any staff seen ingesting SCP-207-1 are to be retained for future study with all Foundation clearance levels removed. All vending machines in sight are to only dispense clear carbonated beverages. Any variation from transparent is to be investigated immediately. And onto the description. SCP-207 refers to a crate containing 24. There's a coffee stain here. Sorry, I don't know who did that. They don't even let me have coffee down here. Brand cola drinks. The bottles are designated SCP-207-A to -X. SCP-207-B is currently the active bottle for testing, and no other bottles are to be opened without authorization from 2 Level 4 researchers. All bottles have been clearly labeled to aid identification. The liquid held inside these has been confirmed to be identical across all of SCP-207 and should not be ingested outside of supervised testing. The liquid has been classified as SCP-207-1 and should be treated as a Class 2 chemical hazard. I assume that's bad. They don't brief me on this stuff. SCP-207, is it 207 or 207?
D61014. Read the documentation properly.
Right. Does not appear to alter with age. However, the active testing bottle should have its protective cover kept on outside of removing liquid for testing. Mass spectroscopy and chemical tests have shown higher than usual concentrations of caffeine and sugars, both natural and artificial, along with the practical effect of this is when a subject drinks SCP-207-1, they will effectively no longer require sleep or rest, nor attempt to sleep or rest. This effect is not lessened by any soporific or medication yet tested on test subjects. However, only a quantity larger than 5 milliliters will cause this effect. The reason for this lower boundary existing has not been found, although it is hypothesized by Dr. As such, unless authorized by 2 Level 3 researchers, only 5 milliliters of SCP-207-1 is to be used for testing. Amounts higher than this have shown no difference in effect, with the exception of the subject SCP-207 was recovered from. See Addendum. In addition to removing the need for rest, SCP-207-1 also causes an increase in motor, reaction, and psychological functions. The increase is linear in progression with an estimated 50% increase, measured by standard medical protocols, plus or minus 5% every 6 hours. The practical application of ingestion is that the subject is able to think, react, and move faster than others who have not ingested SCP-207-1. Mental proficiencies show the IQ of the subject to rise in line with other increases. Wow, these guys are so smart, yet they still believe in IQ. Huh. Guess the Foundation really doesn't have everything up to date. However, SCP-207-1 does not alter the body of affected subjects. Physiology remains unchanged, and as such can rarely support the increase in activity. No subjects have lasted longer than 48 hours during testing, with the cause of death varying from massive internal organ failure to exsanguination due to major artery ruptures. Subjects also begin to show stress after roughly 24 hours, usually making each movement extremely carefully in order to avoid accidents. Tests SCP-207-Alpha and Rho have shown that after approximately 24 hours, the increases caused by SCP-207-1 mean subjects can easily underestimate their speed. Most specifically, in test SCP-207-Rho, the subject was able to escape the containment area despite a 5-meter wall. However, this caused the subject's internal bone structure, and the data has been expunged. I think I can imagine what happened there, and all I can say is gross. Very gross. And here is the attached addendum. SCP-207 was recovered from college after reports of student moving from failing grades in all areas, including physical sports. Man, I think I would have liked this guy. To top percentile marks and record-breaking performances in physical areas. Agent embedded in the local police force brought in for interview. Subject revealed the existence of SCP-207 during the interview. However, escape attempt while Class A amnestics were being administered resulted in the subject violently, and the data's been expunged. Well, yeah, this is probably disgusting as well. I'm glad I don't know what happened there. The cause of death is reported as organ failure due to massive internal hemorrhage. That's probably an understatement knowing the Foundation. As SCP-207-A was empty on recovery, it is believed ingesting a full bottle, and this information has also been redacted. Now I'm curious. And lastly, SCP-207 recovered from subject's home. SCP-207-A already empty. Reported to local police force as missing person. No further cause for surveillance of college required at this time.
D6104. We are sending you a sample for testing. Please ingest it as soon as you receive it.
Are you guys really going to make me drink an SCP that I just read will kill the hell out of me?
This is not necessarily SCP-207, as we are trying a double-blind study of the substance in question.
Wait, doesn't knowing it's a double-blind study nullify the point of the study?
Drink the liquid.
No, I'm not doing that.
Drink the liquid.
No.
Drink the liquid.
No.
Drink the liquid.
Okay, fine. Oh, God. Oh. Ew. Pepsi.
Ha.
What?
Ha ha.
Did that computer just laugh at me? Is this some kind of sick joke to you?
S73V3. Ending session.